Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my review for Men in Black 3. I don't have a suit or real glasses. These are actually real 3D glasses, but I couldn't wait for this film, so I hope that makes up for it. It doesn't, but still. Men in Black 3, I couldn't wait for it. Men in Black 2 definitely disappointed me, but Men in Black 1 is such a great, very short but very tight film with great acting. Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith together. Who would have thought that those two would go together, but they're so good together. The acting was great. The main villain, played by Vincent D'Onofrio, was great. Again, it was very tight, very smooth, went by really quick, so you could watch it over and over again and not think, oh, there's parts here that slow down and chug. It's a great film. That's my review for that movie. Now, Men in Black 3, I couldn't wait for it. Heard decent things about it. Let's talk about it. The story, of course, follows Agent K, played by Tommy Lee Jones, and Agent J, played by Will Smith. And, of course, they are just doing their thing right in the beginning. It's not like we get a big introduction to them once again. It's more like, yeah, we're back, whatever. It doesn't matter, we're getting right back into it, which I loved. I thought, it doesn't feel like it's been so long. It's been like 10 minutes, it feels like, because we didn't get like any introduction back to these characters, which I loved. And of course, they're doing their thing, they're having chit-chats, whatever. They're, Will Smith saying something funny and Tommy Lee Jones is saying something snarky, or just pretty much not thinking Will Smith exists at all, and it's great. It's great for the first 15-20 minutes, but then boom, Tommy Lee Jones disappears, and you find out it's because of a guy that Tommy Lee Jones had a little scuffle with back in the 60s named Boris the Animal, who actually escapes right in the beginning of the film because he's been in containment on this like lunar base for like 40 years, and he escapes from this lunar base. And he goes and finds a time machine and goes back in time and kills Tommy Lee Jones when he's younger, so that means he doesn't exist at all in the present. And for some reason, Will Smith, Agent J, for some reason, Agent J still knows who he is, even though he died before he was even born, pretty much. And so Agent J knows who he is, but no one else does because he died so long ago that he wants to go and find out what really happened. So he, of course, goes back in time to go and try to find Agent K and find Boris the Animal before he kills him. And he finds Agent K, played by now Josh Brolin, when he was younger, and they have to go, both of them have to go and find Boris the Animal before Boris the Animal kills him and also takes over the world. I forgot that part. Him and his alien race is going to take over the world. I forgot to mention that part. So that's really the story of Men in Black 3. The story isn't great and it is filled with plot holes, but I gotta admit the acting really made this a lot of fun. Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones are great in this film, even though I thought Tommy Lee Jones wasn't in it as much. He was only in it for the first 15 and maybe last 5 minutes, but when he was in it and when Will Smith was together with him, they did great. Will Smith, of course, I'm glad he's back to making films because I thought it was a long time since I saw him. At least it felt like it, since like 7 Pounds in 2008. It's been 4 years. Usually we get one Will Smith movie a year, but we haven't seen him in a little while, and I'm glad he's back. I really love Josh Brolin in this film, because when Tommy Lee Jones left, I was a little sad because he was my favorite character in the first movie, and I was like, oh man, now he's gone. But Josh Brolin did an amazing job pretty much embodying Tommy Lee Jones. Not even his character, just Tommy Lee Jones. The mannerisms, the way he speaks, the way he looks, he does a great job. He really does. I'm happy Josh Brolin got more roles that aren't sucky like Jonah Hex. God, why would you ever do that? But anyway, he did a great job. He really did. It's especially great when Will Smith and Josh Brolin's characters are together in the film. They are both fantastic. The supporting cast, you got Jermaine Clements, who plays the main bad guy, Boris the Animal, who is very creepy in this film and does a really good job of making this guy seem strange, and he is really strange. He's actually a pretty decent villain in my book. It's really nice to see a new villain that is actually menacing, not just like, man, I'm gonna talk like this and have a minion that helps me around who's a tough guy. No, he's pretty insane and he kills things and he's awesome. I actually really like the villain in this film. You have Emma Thompson, who plays O in the film, who's the new leader of Men in Black. She's good. For the most part, the acting is really damn good, and the story definitely benefits because of the chemistry between all the characters. I really like the story and the acting, but now let's talk about the special effects and the action. Now let's talk about the special effects and the action. Hold on, I need to take these. Okay, eyes adjust. They were hurting my eyes. I had to take them off. The special effects and the action. The special effects in this film, especially the designs by Rick Baker, are absolutely fantastic. They really are. If you thought Men in Black 1 and 2 were skimping on alien designs and creatures, then this one definitely got you covered, because the special effects are absolutely amazing. All of the little designs are very unique. There's a lot of really weird aliens you see, mostly in the beginning of the film. Later on you do see some more, but first 30 minutes you'll see all these really weird creatures, and it's very, very cool to look at. The special effects are pretty much flawless. They look like they're actually belong in that world, and it's very colorful too, with all the like pew pew and laser beam shooting and stuff. It's a very colorful film too. It's very lively to look at. Overall, I thought the special effects were great, and the action, there's only a couple of real action scenes here and there. There's a whole chase scene, there's a whole oh, we're on a building, we're gonna fall off kind of scene, and there's a whole shootout in a restaurant, and those are all cool action scenes. I will admit they were very fun, but you already knew what was gonna happen. There's no real tension, but for the most part I thought it was really, really fun to watch. It's very colorful, like I said before, and the special effects are fantastic. So overall, Men in Black 3 was a great film. One problem I do have with it, besides the story being, you know, has some plot holes in it, I thought the comedy was a little lacking this time. I mean, it was still funny later on in the film, but for the first 20 to even 25 minutes, I thought it wasn't that funny. But it got really funny later on when Will Smith and Josh Brolin started hanging out and stuff. I thought it was funny still, but not as funny as the first one. Definitely funnier than the second one, so. Overall, I think Men in Black 3 is a great film. Everybody should check out if you love Men in Black 1 like I do. I'm going to give it a 34 out of a 40. There you go. I hope you enjoyed it, Men in Black 3. Hopefully we'll see a Men in Black 4, because Tommy Lee Jones is going to die soon, so you better do one. I mean, I'm getting morbid here, but he's going to die, so we better hurry up. So anyway, there you go. There's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. 34 out of 40. Thank you, and goodbye.